The Capacity Development for Improved Management of Multilateral Environmental Agreements, MEAs, for Global Environmental Benefits Project was funded by the Global Environment Facility and implemented by the Ministry of Planning and Development in partnership with the United Nations Development Programme. The aim of this project was to strengthen the ability of the Government of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago to create, leverage and maintain synergies for the national implementation of MEAs and strengthen integrated approaches to environmental management, including meeting MEAs' guidance and national reporting requirements to increase national and global environmental benefits. The project was part of the Global Environment Facility's Cross-Cutting Capacity Development Program, which calls for countries to strengthen capacities for management and implementation of convention guidelines.
One of the challenges that we had was getting persons who see the environment as a sector on its own to realize that environmental issues are present throughout almost all work being done in the public and private sectors as well as in everyday life, and they need to consider environmental impact or issues in their respective sectors is important. We went down to a granular level in their specific sectors and showed them how exactly these environmental agreements and environmental issues affect what they do on a day-to-day basis. They had a greater appreciation after the training in the ability to see how the environment and environmental issues applies to their sector.
Some key activities accomplished under this project included a comprehensive review of policy and legislation related to MEA implementation to make recommendations for improved alignment with MEA obligations, and proposed amendments to relevant legislation to integrate national reporting on MEAs. Extensive stakeholder consultations to inform the ongoing revision of the National Climate Change Policy 2011. An assessment of institutions and coordination mechanisms to map the MEA obligations with the responsible agency or agencies and their mandates. Mapping and capacity assessment of civil society organizations, CSOs, with respect to their implementation of MEAs and ability to access the Green Fund of Trinidad and Tobago, followed by the development and implementation of a program to improve project and organizational capacity of CSOs. Training of government agencies, CSOs and the Green Fund Executing Unit on MEA obligations and development of an online, self-paced course to facilitate the continuous and sustainable education on MEAs. Development of a long-term strategy and national adaptation plan for climate change in accordance with the Paris Agreement. Education, outreach and awareness building on MEAs and related issues through booklets, brochures, social media engagement and the launch of a website dedicated to MEAs in Trinidad and Tobago. These efforts have supported the development of capacities of decision-makers, policymakers and civil society, improved the coordination and collaboration among these groups, and contributed to an adequate enabling environment for the implementation of MEAs in Trinidad and Tobago in order to meet not only national priorities but also global environmental obligations. For up-to-date information on environmental issues and activities in Trinidad and Tobago, please join our Focal Point Network by completing the Google form found on the Environmental Policy and Planning Division Facebook and Instagram pages.